Golden State hosted a good Orlando Magic team for the first win of the new year, ending a 3-game losing streak. With a well-balanced effort, I want to break down an adjustment I noticed when Steve Kerr decided to put a much smaller Klay Thompson on the Magic star and Paolo Banchero. You might not have noticed a few important things, so let's get to it. Banchero is a rising star, a 6'10 power forward with guard-like skills. In the first half, the Warriors primarily guarded him with bigs like Looney, Sharge, and Jackson Davis, even a wing like Kuminga. But I noticed a slight change in the second half in which Klay had picked him up significantly, forcing him to go into more ISOs. On an initial screen by Wagner, Klay goes under the pick and they are not switching. Banchero probably imagines he has a mismatch with a much smaller Klay and chooses to go into ISO mode. Despite going through two devastating injuries, we know Thompson isn't as quick as he used to be, but he's still able to move his feet as fast as bigs, and is able to keep his hands straight up. Banchero dribbles into traffic in the paint, with Kuminga smartly double-teaming off a non-shooter, and the Magic star is forced to take a tough contested fadeaway that breaks off the rim. When Orlando first sets a high pick on Klay and they get a momentary switch, you can see Steph tell Klay to double Banchero, knowing he's not good enough of a shooter to just pull up randomly from deep. This gets the ball out of his hands and allows Golden State to rotate on weaker players. Suggs is able to get dribble penetration here, but TJD rotates correctly as the weak side big man and tips the pass for a turnover. It was a couple of small things that might not have shown up on the stat sheet, but I noticed really dried up the Magic offense late in the game. The mentality of Banchero trying to post up Klay with the shot clock winding down. Even though Thompson can't move his feet as well these days, he's still pretty strong, I'd imagine, at a good 6'6". Orlando's really trying badly to dump the ball down, but they are unsure whether to keep letting Banchero attack with his guard skills like he was doing all first half or post up. This leads to terrible confusion and poor spacing, and Suggs dribbles into traffic and puts up a badly missed floater that leads to a Klay rebound. Here's another example of a tough ISO. With Batazzi setting the screen, the Warriors wanted to have Klay keep fighting through the screen with Looney in the show, trying to make Banchero more of a playmaker. Nothing happens here and the advantage is now over, so the Magic star is left with the shot clock winding down into another isolation. I would say this is amazing defense for a low quality shot, but gotta give credit to Banchero for drilling this tough one-legged fadeaway, but you'll take that if you're the Warriors. This was almost an identical situation. Off another Batazzi screen, this time Klay goes under the pick while Looney's playing a drop, knowing Banchero isn't the best shooter. Forcing the Magic star on the perimeter as a 6'10 guard was the goal, and here he decides to isolate again while the other Golden State players stay home on the shooters. Banchero goes for a dribble combo move and into a spin move, sweet hands by Thompson who slides his feet well and strips the ball for a turnover. With Golden State struggling to hold on to the ball at the end of the game, Orlando has a few last chances. Similar action with Batazzi setting the screen and the Warriors ice this towards the sideline. With Thompson knowing he has help behind, he's able to slide his feet well against a stronger but probably slower Banchero. Here Klay simply uses his body to get into position with his hands straight up, forcing the Magic star to pick up his dribble with indecision. Not sure whether he is passing or shooting, but this Euro step attempt leads to an off-bounds brick and a fast break for Golden State. There you guys have it, a quick breakdown on Golden State's win over a solid Orlando team. With Steph leading the way with 36 points, I want to focus on the less noticeable but more important theme in my opinion, with adjustment of Steve Kerr putting a smaller Klay Thompson on the Magic star and Paolo Banchero. Don't get me wrong, he still had a decent game, but what I noticed in the second half was the Dubs going away from guarding him with a traditional big or wing and letting a guard do the job with help behind him. Klay Thompson no longer is the All-NBA defender he once was, and will probably get cooked by quicker guards these days, but he's still able to hold his own against taller but slower bigs. This led to a few bad possessions and key stops in the second half. So I hope you guys found this short breakdown interesting, and like and subscribe to see more.